Being in charge of Pakistan is not an easy task. Due to the small size of the geography, both Islamabad and Rawalpindi have to depend on one superpower or another. It is not easy since it involves sometimes balancing conflicting interests. A polity primarily driven by make or break psychology of the armed forces simply can't do that. Namaste and welcome to TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Apurva, and if you're watching us on Facebook, give our page a like, and if you're watching us on YouTube, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Coming back to the story, in this video I'm here to tell you how Putin punished Pakistan for its Ukraine misadventure. So let's begin. Pakistan's flood has made global headlines. According to a report by the Wall Street Journal, 3.6 million acres of cultivated land has been affected. More importantly, the agricultural part of the food security domain is the most affected. Wheat stored in the fields and godowns has been washed away, leaving millions of Pakistanis exposed to hunger and malnutrition. Naturally, the country should be welcoming towards anyone giving them a chance to ensure food security. Vladimir Putin is also one of the world leaders who offered wheat to Pakistan. But contrary to what Pakistan is habituated of, which is getting resources by begging, Putin offered to sell his wheat to the terrorist nation. Looking at it from the other side of the spectrum, selling wheat was imminent for Putin to ensure healthy coffers for the Russian treasury. That is why Russian officials were ready to sell wheat at discounted prices to Pakistan. Similar offers were made earlier as well. They kept asking for lower prices, but Russians were not ready for compromise. As soon as flooding started affecting 30 million people of the territory, Pakistan started to keep a watch on Russian offers. Wall Street Journal even reported Pakistan PM Shehbaz Sharif stating that he can somehow buy Russian wheat without breaching sanctions. But what happened next will shock you. On one hand, Pakistan was putting onus on Russia for saving its population from hunger, while on other it was busy helping the Ukrainian army in killing Russian citizens posted in Ukraine as soldiers. In a sensational expose, Ukrainian soldiers were found using 122 mm HE artillery projectiles. These projectiles are made in the Pakistan Ordnance Factory. As soon as Russians got this news, tables started to turn regarding negotiation of price of wheat. According to a report by Pakistan Today, one of the few Pakistani English language daily newspapers, Russians had asked for $410 per MMT from Pakistan. Later they offered further discounts of $405 and $400 per MMT to Pakistan. But in spite of having Russian blood on their hands, they were asking Russians to sell wheat at $390 per MMT. Meanwhile, the news of Pakistani weapons in Ukraine came forward, and a few hours later the Putin administration simply cancelled the deal. However, clever Pakistan Today still published the news with a deceptive headline indicating that it was Pakistan which cancelled the deal. The headline was, "Government decides against importing wheat from Russia," but reality was hidden a few graphs down the line. It is amply clear that Pakistan is using victim status as a victim card. Even during this moment of crisis, Pakistani authorities are trying to play diplomatic chess with countries all around the world. They are taking assistance from everyone, including the United States, UAE, Turkey and the US. However, all these geographical blocks are certain that Pakistan won't harm their interests. Earlier, even Putin was sure about Pakistan, but one evidence is enough to counter the plethora of narratives. Russians getting information of Pakistan-made arms landing in Ukraine is one such. With his decades of experience, first as a spy and then as a statesman, Putin won't allow Pakistan go unpunished.